There it is. Supreme Week 6, boys. How's everyone doing? We got the Chrono Trigger AMV going on right here. This game looks sick as fuck. I'm gonna be honest, never played. Everything sucks. Everything sucks. It's not the best week. Everything sucks. Maybe is a bit harsh. Yeah, that's what I've heard for sure, dude. This one guy I used to follow on YouTube who did Pokemon Let's Plays would always talk about Chrono Trigger. And since I've been listening to OSTs lately, vintage games, I've just been getting fed them. And as soon as I listened to this song, guys, I swear to God, I was like, oh my God, this is that Wiz Khalifa song that he sampled. And I just never knew it was from Chrono Trigger. I think it was in Never Been. I'm thinking of Never Been Part 2 featuring Amber Rose and Rick Ross. Never knew it was an OST. Yeah, bro. This shit is crazy. So, we're vibing out. What's nice is all this old... I'm gonna say it right now and get copyright striked, but all this old video game music is pretty much fair use. Chrono Trigger. Yeah, look at the art style, man. So cool. There's something to be said, guys, about limitation of art. When people were limited with how many pixels they could put on the screen, there was a maximalization of the technology. And I think that's something that's true in cars, games, media. It's interesting and really cool to see what people were able to do. Right? And all this stuff was designed for like CRT TVs, so the way the pixels lined up, they were meant to be blurred a little bit on the edges through your TV. And it's just, dude, it's just different, man. So, not gonna talk about that this whole day, but it's just cool to think back and be like, man, we got these crazy computers that can run, you know, Skyrim with 100,000 mods, but is it as cool as Chrono Trigger from the 90s? I mean, I don't know. Different times. Nintendo still hasn't left that era. I mean, yeah, with the Switch power being just laughable. I hope the Switch 2 is decent. What's up, Chris? 16-bit graphics are nice. Yeah, sprite art is sick, but we'll let the music vibe out. Is it too loud, guys, compared to my voice? Just let me know. I've had it good, I feel like, for a while. Sheepy asks, am I buying anything today for the personal? No. I'm not. Yeah. Yep, that's Akira Toriyama. I did know that, I just didn't want to go full nerd mode. But yeah, he did Chrono Trigger and Dragon Quest. I'm gonna turn down on my end a little bit, and then maybe just on your end too, just to make sure. Okay, so looking at the drop list today, folks, obviously we got a lot of time. We got an hour till it drop. So we got so much to talk about. Or describe some matchas. It's funny you say that, dude. I'm gonna get into those later. Good day. Nice, dude. I'm already getting hot in my puffer, which sucks. Love this thing. But it was cold yesterday. I was able to wear it, which was super sick. But yeah, I mean, you guys probably all saw my video. And if you saw my video, you know where I stand. I think this Gerbod stuff is pretty bad for me. I love that Sheepy the Great ordered McDonald's breakfast. Gotta start drop day off right. There's something to be said about occasionally eating fast food, like once or twice a week. Twice a week is probably more than you should, but no shame to anybody. McDonald's breakfast fucking slaps. I don't care who you are. But yeah, just getting into it, like, I just don't like it, guys, and that's just what it is. I'm allowed to have my own opinions. There was a lot of people, not a lot, a few people commenting, saying stuff like, oh, these were so important. If you weren't around with your bods, you don't get it. And that's perfectly valid, because I wasn't there, you know? And I think it's impossible to be everywhere, right? Everybody, like I was just thinking today while listening to the Chrono Trigger song, I was like, damn, I never played this game. But like, yeah, dude, you know, I had a childhood. I still like played baseball and went to summer camp. You can't spend all your time doing fucking everything. So like, yeah, everyone's gonna have different life experiences, and therefore, you know, in a human lifetime, you can't rock every single clothing brand ever. It's just impossible. Charlie Sheen Construction Core. I don't even know what you're saying, Peter, to be honest with you. Is it the reflective stripe shit? Or maybe the vest? I don't even know. But anyway, yeah, I'm just not huge on the Francois, on the MFG, as I've been calling it. It's not bad. It's definitely... Oh, dude, you're trying to talk yourself out of some items? I feel like that should be so easy. Except for, like, the shorts. Like, when we talk about this collab, I don't even know what you guys want to talk about before the drop happens. Like, to me, this is a pretty easy week to skip. There is obviously the one accessory in the thumbnail that's gonna be worth going for, because I think the Iwatani grill stove will be America only. That's just a guess. I'm not positive. What do you think, Peter? You think they'll sell that thing in Europe? Or is it too dangerous? Too scary? That's right, War. People really wanted the straps. And I don't understand why they didn't do it. Doesn't make much sense to me. It's basic. Nothing wrong with that. But I don't need any more basic designer. Exactly, dude. 100%. And I think that's the thing. Like, of course, everybody can appreciate clean designs. Just buying it for the cut. At the end of the day, though, is Supreme the best brand for that? No. That's not why we got into Supreme. We grew. I guarantee, guys, this is a SupThomas guarantee. 99% of us got into Supreme because of their logo designs. There's no fucking shot you can show me some dude who said, oh yeah, I got into Supreme for their cut and sew garments. Actually, their denim is really, you know, it sits really nice on me. I'm sure that guy does exist. He's definitely there, but he's in the minority. I think the majority of people grow to appreciate the garments and the cut and the materials and all the nerdy stuff about fashion that you get into later. But at first, it's like, I like Supreme logo. This one's flipped. It's a mirror. Cool. That's where we're at. Wouldn't you say? I don't know. Anyway, let's go to the big face cam. Oh man, look at that. I still have the Death Dealer animation on my Streamlabs. That's pretty cool. This was really tight when they made this. I was hoping they would do... I was hoping they would do something for the grill this week, because that's the one item that I'm actually kind of stoked for. I'm debating on going for it. I'm probably just going to pass this week, guys, like 100%. I need a pass week. And even though grill is like neat, sponge me boy, get on the grill. I don't know. Lowest ask is 244. What's that gonna be? And I just can't fucking sell shit on StockX before I get it anymore. I've just been burned. I've been burned like 3 times. Ever since you guys started bringing it up, you cursed me. Not you guys, like 1 or 2 people. But anyway. What else? What are you guys going for? We got 36 people in here. Remember to hit like. Still early. Big skip week says straw hat, Cheems. Yeah. The Don is going for the horoscope shirt, balaclava, and stove. That's a good cart. That's a good cart. That might be free shipping. If you want resale profit. Yeah. Want the black ski, but I'm wondering if I should buy 2 in case resale pops off. Yeah, I don't know. I think the ski mask stuff is gonna be... We can look at StockX now for the prices, but... They've been so slow. Yeah, I agree with you. Going for the matcha dunks on Saturday. Those are going to be good. Believe it or not, I'm going to a skate shop today at Cowtown. And I'm going to try to do a video. I need to get my confidence up from filming in public. I didn't cop anything from FTP, David. I was playing Dungeons and Dragons with my boys on Saturday morning. Drop happened as soon as we wrapped up, and I was scrolling through it, and I was like, there's nothing here for me. Like, nothing that I wanted to rock personally, because I'm just dialing back repetitive streetwear, and a lot of what I like is like a black shirt with like a badass design or something, and I'm like, it's cool, it's neat, but I physically don't have room in my closet for this. Like... And then resale, I'm still dipping my toes into FTP. I feel like the box logo probably would have been good. You know? But I just didn't think of anything. Just didn't see anything that really caught my attention. I think one of the bags maybe sold out too early. Really, I like FTP for their accessories. Camp box went off, yeah. Micro Supreme logo on the Micro DA drop. Yeah, pretty much, dude. You got homies in Cowtown? That's awesome, War. Yeah, I'm going to the one in Glendale, not in downtown or Tempe or whatever it is. Getting some micro hairs on this microphone. You guys peep the hysteric glamour? Bitch, please. I think most of you have known that's there, but just in case. There's a little Easter egg. Real tree on the trucker looks horrendous. One of the worst. Dude, I had a really funny meme posted for that. Like, in my video, I pulled out the MP3 for that section of the video. I was gonna have a enemy AC-130 above! Gonna do that for the little picture that I made, but I was like, this is just too much. You know. Perfect. There's Peter in the chat. Anyone playing Warzone today? I need some homies to join up. If any members want to play, or really anyone wants to play Warzone later. Your boy took the day off work. I'm actually, yeah, took the day off work. Okay. Okay, Peter, let's get this shit. Let's see what we got here. Here's the bags. The bags look kind of cool, I guess, in person. The camp is just so boring. The hockey jerseys. Do we have any back shots left? Or yet? Need some back shots of this hockey jersey. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, Luke, if you want to hop on, we can do like a 15-minute segment. You want to hop on in like 2 minutes? I think 15 is perfect, because then it just gives me time to kind of focus up and bring it into the main portion of the drop list. Is it blank? I don't know. I have no fucking clue. Palace Drop's kind of sick. Dude, all this Japan stuff is so awesome. For F1 this weekend, guys. If you never watch F1, you should watch the highlights of this weekend. Should be pretty cool. Why is Instagram on PC so fucking bad? Watch that like little rap song be copyright. That's my dream car, guys, right there, the NSX Type R. Little Honda. What you gaming? We'll be playing Warzone later on PC. People are tanking those complex cards. Dude, I know. People are fucking idiots. I was looking at that today, David. They're down to 400. I mean, the 900 stuff was never gonna hold, but it was fucking stupid as hell. Did I pay resale for this puffer? Well, given the fact that I did not buy it in 2015, I did pay resale for this puffer, but I got it for an extremely good deal. So yeah, I don't consider, like, when you buy stuff that's archive, like, calling it resale to me seems like a bit disingenuous. I honestly paid way less than what it normally goes for. Like, here's my jacket, brand new. So I would have paid $2,200. I got this thing for $700 shipped from Hong Kong. You know, retail 2015 was 368 bucks. I did not have 368 bucks in 2015. Certainly not to buy one of these. So I think 700 bucks for 10 years later compared to 2200. Like, this is where, like, if you've been into Supreme and if you like have messaged and talked to collectors, you'll understand that, like, StockX prices aren't everything, believe it or not. It's the simplest, easiest, lowest effort way to determine what an item is worth. But an item is actually worth, like, what two people who are discussing payment, right, can agree upon a deal. I did legit check it, Peter. Yeah, it's legit. It's a size medium, unfortunately, bro. Yeah, I wish it was a size large, but if you watched my video where I reviewed it, you know, my ski video, I felt like it was it fits pretty good. It fits pretty like just right to my waist, right below it. Like, I would have liked a little bit more oversized, but it's more of like a perfect fit, like a true fit. So it's not the worst thing in the world, but when it comes to skiing and outdoor stuff, it's a little tighter if I have this over like a mountain jacket or like a sweatshirt. So it is what it is. Yeah, honestly, it does fit pretty good. Thanks, dude. I don't know if Luke's calling me yet. I'll open up Discord. Yeah, I was asking people if you're in Miami, send me some footage, and I'd love to put a video together. What I'll probably do is just talk about the opening, and then if people have like footage of it, I'll include that. So yeah, if you want to shout out on the channel, You want to help your boy out? Honestly, to me, it just seems helpful. Like, if people are in Miami, take videos of the store, like what to do and shit like that. Oh, dude, Pep. You got some crusty Crocs? I'll consider it. I bought some globes, dude. I need a new pair of globes. But yeah, we're just getting beat over the head with this real tree stuff. I'm telling you, Mossy Oak has got to step it up. I think they have a chance. What's the next camo that's going to be hot? You know what I mean? Because Supreme's been trying their darndest to make fucking desert camo work. I like it. I know my boy Dino Kicks likes it. But everyone else, woodland camo would be sick. I wouldn't mind some Flecktarn camos. Stuff like that. Let's see what Commando Store has. My favorite surplus. These guys could really do a Supreme collab well. They would fuck it up. In a good way, I mean. But the Oppenflagen camo. Little Swiss Alps. I think DPM. Yeah, Woodland DPM is just clean. It's the most generic camo though. So like it's pretty much always going to be popping. But yeah. Let's see if I just search camo, if anything comes up. Anything crazy? British Desert. Ooh. Yeah, this Flecktarn looks sick. German camo. Rhodesian. Huh. Yeah, the Omani camo, dude. Yeah, the fire camo. Sick. Globe X Supreme would go so hard, dude. What is good for resale this week? Honestly, like, not a whole lot. I don't really know, to be honest with you. Like, when it comes to this Jabad stuff, I still think the leather bomber is going to be good. Because they're not going to make a lot of them, and Supreme leather seemingly always goes pretty crazy. But I would say safe bet the stove and the pink reverse hooded sweatshirt in like a size from like large to extra large. Jordan went crazy on the FTP drop, it sounds like. He's got to take a little break. I get it, dude. You got to be realistic, you know? But yeah, lightweight balaclava, I guess, second highest upvoted item. Maybe people are gonna gas this thing up to try to fake it till you make it into a an item like the thermo reactive balaclava. But the thing is this isn't anything special. It's got a big money graphic. I think the one that has potential is the no money. Right? Yeah, I mean, it's a mean personal, but I'm saying people aren't going to be paying an arm and a leg for one. Like, I don't think people are going to be paying $100 for this thing. Maybe one sale will hit $100, but I would be very surprised to see this go for 100 plus. And I also think a lot of the idiots are going to be buying this thing thinking it's going to instantly resale, because either they're just not that smart, or I don't know, yeah, they're not that smart, and they think that there's going to be a bunch of buyers. And that's the thing. If everybody cops to resell and the market is basically all sellers, it's very basic economics what happens to the price there. Ooh, Thrifted Trail, 228 resale on the jorts, considering Nikes are 300. Nice, Sean. I'm actually going to a skate shop later today. Hopefully Cowtown. They open at 11, guys. What time should I get there? I'm thinking an hour early at 10. Is that too early? I have no clue. Throw balaclava on a free shipping cart only and maybe 50 resale. So many balaclavas, all buyers to sell. Yup. Yo, people actually feeling the reverse hoodie in pink? I don't know. I'm feeling it. Your piggies arrived today. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, mine are coming in sometime. Hour early is literally the move. Perfect. I'm gonna bring my board. Do some skating. What am I talking about here? I got distracted by chat. Yeah, something about these. Thrifted Trail is liking them, and Thrifted Trail knows his stuff. Your AMA 3 came in last night, and your Supreme mug. Nice. Everyone's got mail coming in. Holy shit. I got some stuff coming in. I got some stuff coming in too, guys. I got some stuff too. Pat, I don't know, dude. All good, Luke. Yeah, just, do a quick 10-minute chat, if that's cool. I just don't want to cut it too soon to the, actual drop. Yeah, bro. Sean hooked it up fat with the Unheard Of collab. I can't wait for those shoes to come in. It was super sick. We'll get those in soon. Memphis has nothing coming in this week. Damn it. Yeah. Jorts are hot, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Dude, it's just... This drop has me just not... This is such a skip week, guys. I'm being real here. You can gaslight yourself into copping this stuff. But it's like, unless you love it, it's a great week to like practice not being a impulse consumer. Right? Hard skip week. Yeah, Palace is a lot better, in my opinion. And the stuff I talked about, even like the Quadrant stuff, like Lando's brand that I was talking about yesterday in my video. Oh, this is sick. What do they got? The fucking Liberty Walk body kit? It's dope as hell. I think we already watched parts of this. That car is so sick, dude. Wow. So fire. Oh damn, the jersey sold out. Interesting look. What is this logo? Little dog? QCO. Front, back, shoulder sleeve, Japan graphics. We got the Japan long sleeve tee. 55 pounds. I was like, am I gonna get the euro and pound mixed up? We got the zip too. Pretty simple, man. Bandana. Oh, dude, he did not do the Akira walk. Hell nah, Lando, you did not do the Akira walk. I might have to pick that up, dude. Fuck. That's actually sick as hell. I don't want to have enough space for it, but... yeah, give me a call, Luke. On Discord. Same thing with these helmets. I think they're so sick, but just too small. Or like, I just don't want to get into collecting anything else. I'm already into collecting so much bullshit. That's how I feel about Legos, you know? Like, I see Legos and I'm like, oh, I could see that being cool. But just too much. The Palace drop is hard. It is. It's super sick. The jacket is pretty dope. I don't think it's as good as mine, but, you know, we all can't be perfect. This the week, 90s hip-hop heads, I guess, yeah. There's Luke. What up, bro?
What up? Oh, I gotta turn on my camera.
Yes, sir. Let me get you on the collab cam. We got Luke Darnell here, folks.
Yes, sir. Happy to be on here. Thank you,
yes, sir.
Drinking out of my freshly undesed coffee mug. This is the first Supreme coffee mug. So
hell yeah, dude. Yeah, it'll be mine too, I guess. I'm trying to think back if I've copped any before, but how you feeling about this week, Luke? What are you copping?
Well, you know, I really like the shorts. Like for me personally, I like the cream color, but because of that OG 90s hit from obviously the collaborator here, that stitched angled piece, you know, with the whatever the X or the diagonal jean cuts that they're known for. I really want the dark navy with that chrome bronze stitching. I think it's super OG gangster. And I want the full pants because I can wear it all year round. I do love the shorts, you know, either in the dark navy or the light blue. But yeah, I want those, you know, I want to be like Tupac.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah.
So, yeah, and then I also like the, I know it's basic because, yeah, a lot of this is just repetitive, you know, and I agree because I watched your video. But yeah, it was just mainly the 90s like gangster vibes of this collaborator. This is luxurious wear. Rich people kind of wear this stuff, and we are streetwear, so I just appreciate the collab. So I really want the dark navy pants in size 32 personal, and then and then the camp cap in that chocolate chip. I thought would be a nice pickup, so I might just try to target those two real quick. Because do you think the dark navy will be targeted, Sup? Because I know you're the guy to really listen to when it comes to probability.
You're talking about the pants?
Yeah.
I think so. I think people will go after them because the people that like this stuff, you're right, it's like people that wanted the jeans. And I did see IBN Jasper, you know, Kanye's old barber, who's like a big time old head and just everything. Like, he's one of the top dudes that just knows. He knows ball, literally. And he was gassing up this collab. And I was like, oh, interesting. Like, he likes it. So I think we're going to see a lot of people that probably maybe don't cross over too much with like my community, with like people online talking about Supreme. So, and I, you know, judging from the comments, there was a few people that were saying like, hey, we were really into these, you know, if you were there, this is what it was all about. And it's just not for me. So like, that's fine. And I try to make that clear in a lot of my takes when I don't like something. It's not that I think it's necessarily bad, but
100%.
To me, it's lazy and I don't like it. That's
my
right.
Well, especially I watched their video and some of the Velcro stuff, like loud. They could have done the yellow. They could have done our classic Supreme red.
Yeah.
You know. So I totally, once I saw that video, it made sense to me, you know, because I didn't know this company.
Neither did I.
But yeah. So, but you know, Paris, France, based in European, you know, the arts, you know, the pinnacle of where arts and all that shit was started, you know. That's a huge selling point. But you know, when I saw Tupac wearing it too, which I didn't even know, I just knew it was definitely like. I always kind of knew it was like 90s hip hop, rap, gangster, maybe affiliated, you know, kind of wear.
Sure.
Or gang affiliated.
Yeah.
So that's why I think, you know, I keep spending money. I thought it was on Park, but I kind of just want this piece, and you know, because I have so many pieces of, my Supreme stuff, and I think this would be a nice place in my jean assortment. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it like, because I buy what I like, right? That's why I always kind of push people to you in font in terms of flipping stuff, because I don't do that. I just
Yeah,
kind of, I love Supreme, right? We all love Supreme, but a lot of people like to just get in and flip, right? So
I hear
yeah,
you.
that's why I usually say I'm not your dude for that. SupThomas, obviously Boon Master 3000, and then font, but
Sure.
I just like Supreme, and yeah, I could really, I think I just really like the gold stitching and that little angled hit. I just think it's really nice. Yeah, they didn't do much. There isn't loudness. I do really like that zip up. I saw pictures, in hand. What do you think about that? The zip up camo.
Zip up camo. Let me take a
Yeah,
peek.
because I saw. Yeah, check it out because I think it was Supreme Community that because it's all about in hand, right?
Yep.
That's why it's so fun to look at that before the drop, because now you actually see it
Right. Where is
in
it online?
hand.
Is it on Twitter? Probably.
Instagram, it's on their stories,
Mm-hmm.
Supreme Community Stories, and if you
Got
slide
it.
through it, you'll find one. I think it's just hanging up maybe,
Yep. I
but
found it.
it, yeah, I thought that looked really good. So I've now changed my mind. I'm not going to go for it, but I do think that one is really nice because
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, well, I don't know if it's really nice, but it looks a lot better than what I saw because you can see more of the Supreme hits along that Velcro. And again, it would be a great layering piece like they showed us in the little lookbook thing. So,
Yeah, 100%, dude. Like this, like I said, there's some cool things here. I think the stove is pretty cool. Very usable in terms of an accessory. Like that's the item that I
oh,
would
yeah.
cop today if I was going to go after
100%.
anything, but I'm just I got those unheard of Adidas's. So,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Sean of St. Loserville in the chat here, channel member, hooked me up. He's got some
Hell
buddies
yeah.
that work at the store, so I copped those after they canceled bot
Hell yeah.
orders.
That's always the best, man, right?
Yeah, it was pretty cool to get like an invoice from a store. I was like never
Yeah, well,
had that
always
happen.
helping you out, dude. Yeah.
So
But yeah, I really like that. And then yeah, that portable butane little stove thing, that's badass because first of all, you get all these people in vans that like do the little, traveling thing and
van life, yeah, I
record
got a
it.
buddy that does that.
Yeah, van life, whatever it's called. And then also like skate park, BMXers,
Hmm.
whatever that kind of sporty stuff is. I was talking just, earlier until I had to go. But yeah, dude, you could be at the skate park all day. You have a little cooler. All right, boys, we're having grilled. I'm just gonna cook up some grilled cheeses.
Yes,
And so you're
sir.
you're you're skating all day, and you're eating grilled cheeses at the park, and it just sounds really really cool.
100%, dude. Yeah, it's super usable. Like I see it for camping, for anything. Like it's
Yeah.
$120. Like it's a little expensive for what it is, but
Mhm.
like I have one that is titanium and is a smaller, more like water boiler. But
Right.
looks like StockX is showing that right now is like 224, but it'll probably go down a little bit because I think a lot of people are going to go for it just to flip. And overall this week, like if I had to give a confidence level to like the resale, it's we're like a 5 out of 10 week instead of like a 10 out of 10 or like a guaranteed flip week. Like there's definitely possibilities that like copying some stuff would be like maybe you don't get your money for a while, or it's just a little bit harder to get it. So I would say to most people, if you're buying Supreme just to buy it, like this isn't the week to do it. If there's anything you like for personal, go for it. But I don't see like you're not leaving any crazy money on the table, we'll say, with this week.
Right. I do want to say I do see rappers in music videos wanting to wear that black money.
I could see that.
Yeah,
We'll see.
because it's got Benjamin Franklin on there. You know, when they're sipping and they're doing all their stuff that I don't like to do.
Yeah.
And don't do. But yeah, they could just, it's gonna be obvious, right? And it's just gonna be a little bit, but boom, there's a Supreme Benjamin Franklin balaclava, and then boom, now a lot of people want it, right?
We'll see. Yeah.
But
We will
obviously,
definitely
I don't
see.
know numbers. Yeah, you're better with that stuff. I just wanted to throw it out there.
Yeah,
So.
there's something about the balaclava that I feel like is just missing. Like, I don't know why they didn't do a green colorway. And I just think it's back to just a simple balaclava that, who knows? Maybe it could pop off, but I don't know. I'm just trying to think back.
Black ones.
Like the last time they did money stuff, like the Supreme Money Vans, when like 22? When was that? 23? They did some Vans with money on them.
Yeah. Oh, did they go up in price?
I don't think so. I think they're still really cheap. Yeah. So these are still pretty much below retail. And that's like
I wasn't taking those.
It's a different type of design. A $1 bill compared to 100. But I guess what I'm trying to get at is, to me, I've never been a huge fan of money prints.
Right.
That's just me. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, same here. It's not something I would wear. I was just giving my take on just wrappers.
Yeah.
Because EC cash and jewelry and all sorts of that stuff.
Sure.
So
I totally could see that.
Yeah, that's pretty much, I guess, my thoughts.
Sure, dude.
Yeah. I'll let you do your thing, though. Thank you so much again,
dude.
SupThomas. He's a dog for sure. I appreciate him. Give it a thumbs up for SupThomas for real. Yeah, he's a good dude, and he puts in the work, guys.
Hey.
Like, he does all the editing and stuff. So
Hold up. Hey, appreciate it. Mods, can someone put Luke's channel in the chat? I know probably most of you follow Luke, but Luke is... Hey, dude, you've been streaming too. You've been putting in the work as well. How's that been going for you? The daily streams.
Return, like, I was telling people, I maybe make like a couple dime, you know? So, like, the money isn't here for live streams.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it because the little setup gets really stale because I like engagement.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fun.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm really looking forward to SneakerCon Detroit that I'll be going to April 27th, and hopefully I can get a live stream, and then everyone can roll.
Yeah. Well, I will say the standard stream, like the same thing as a video, not vertical, does do better in terms of revenue, because this is like more of a computer focused stream, so people get served regular ads instead of on shorts. I have YouTube Premium, so I don't know how the ads work, but I just know on shorts, when people can scroll through their shorts feed and they can find your stream because you're streaming vertically. And
Gotcha.
Little inside baseball there, but if you do the standard, horizontal,
like PC setup.
Yeah, PC setup or laptop hotspot, something like that.
Okay.
I think you would you might find some more engagement there, but dude,
that's what I was. Yeah, because I'm trying to like get more money because I like giving back and everything goes back in the channel. I'm sure you're the same way, right? So, the more money, the better giveaways and everything, Yeah,
the videos reward that a lot. So I would find a way to make a weekly or bi-weekly series that you can just keep doing, and keep building that, man. Like, I see you sometimes get really quick on the partial drop list even before me. That's good. Being the first.
Oh. Oh, really? Okay.
That's good. But I would say for you, dude, like, I would like to see more sneaker reviews personally, because you're a big sneaker guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, once I get them in, I'm being more selective with my money because everything's going to Supreme lately. But I want the Action Bronsons, man.
Do it.
The white bottoms.
Yeah.
And I want those Kobe 9 Elite Low Beethovens.
Sure.
Super heat. I love both those.
Yeah.
And then the Utos. Yeah.
Yep. Well, dude, I've noticed this. Like, I've done a couple sneaker reviews. Like, recently, my Undefeated Spiridons. Like, it starts out with not a ton of views, and then every once in a while, it gets picked up because people are looking just to see how the shoe looks. And I think sneaker reviews if you can get it out, especially if you get the shoes quickly from shipping, those can be an easy like 1 to 5,000 views, and depending on your CPM, that can be like 10 bucks at least, 20 bucks.
That's true.
You know,
I mean, I could do the Air Force One blacks, I guess. I already got them. So just do a sit down video. I did it on live here, but
yeah, if I was you, just every single thing you get, make a video. There you go.
Yeah.
You can always combine them.
Thank you so much, Sup.
No problem, dude.
Real one, guys. He puts in the work, so.
Awesome. Good talking to you, Luke. Guys, check out Luke Darnell. And
yeah, I appreciate
15 minutes, dude. Let's go.
Yeah.
We'll lock in.
Boys. Yeah,
all right.
Dude. All right. I'll see you, Sup.
Yep. Later, bro. Gotta love Luke Darnell coming in, hanging out. Wasn't able to talk to the chat because obvious reasons, right? Let's get back into the Chrono Trigger sounds. Extended version. Where's that extended version, baby? Nice. Here we go. Okay. What's up, chat? Kind of a slow week, huh? Not a ton of excitement. I'm not usually a guy that, like, you know, cares too much about the views, but you can kind of tell here people aren't super stoked on this week. Which, like, fair enough. I'm not really either. But we're here. Oh, we have 86 people in here. That's pretty good. I guess my YouTube is just fucked up and says 45, so. There it is. Yeah, I love seeing Luke. Luke's a dog. Follow Luke. If someone wants to put his Instagram or YouTube, show him some love. I'm not going for the shorts. I'm not going for anything, to be honest, guys. Do I have live cop in the title? If I do, I apologize. I don't think I do. Which is my get out of jail free card. But if I were to go after something, it would be this. The grill. There we go. Luke Darnell. Thank you, one up. Follow Luke. Friend of the channel. We've been talking to Luke for the past 3 weeks, 4 weeks. He's been on here numerous times. MFG stuff. I'm just not feeling it. Someone asked about this jersey. I think you're going to have time to look at the size chart, but just get your normal Supreme size. I wouldn't size down or anything. That's just based off nothing, so it's not great advice. Zodiac short sleeve. I think one of the best personal garments this week. Minor critique in my book is I'd rather see a front graphic, which of course getting keyed out by my green screen because it's not even green. It's like blue. But you know, it's close enough to green, I suppose. So there you go. I dig the Zodiac. And the colors look cool. Earthy tones. I definitely wouldn't size up on the hockey jersey. I would get normal size or maybe a half size down. Half size down. Maybe size down, I don't know. People have been buying the tote bags for like $600. I mean, obviously there might be some resale that I'm not privy to. I gotcha. So like, I'm not the best source. You know, I don't really like this collab. So the fact that I don't like the collab means that it's going to be pretty hard for me to say this is going to go crazy when I don't like it. Hype love. You know what I mean? So like, if you guys like the MFG collab, go for it. But yeah, maybe it'll do well. Maybe it won't. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can't be in good faith giving anybody any kind of advice regarding it. That's where we are with that. Do you think there will be time to buy the money sweater? I think so, bro. If you're fast. I don't really like the money sweater either. I just think the design is kind of cheesy, to be quite honest. And the fact they didn't do an actual green colorway still blows me away. Yeah, dude, no back shots of the jersey. It sucks. I was hoping we'd get something. But nothing. Here's the sweater. Oh, that's the Bali. The Clavi. This hat's okay. Is it normal I haven't got tracking from Supreme last week? Honestly, for this season, that's not too surprising. Also, you would just shit even more on a green color money, anything. Maybe, I don't know. It's so weird that they didn't make it though. Do I have a picture of the back of the camp caps? I don't think so. Are they releasing camp caps this week? These ones right here? They might say Supreme across the front. Just here. That's all we have. Green would be next level cringe. I think it makes sense though, doesn't it? Like, money's not these colors. At least US money. I did not buy any FTP. Yeah, I mean, you guys knock yourself out and buy whatever you want. I'm chilling. Honestly, I think most of the MFG stuff is pretty bad. Except for this flight bomber jacket. I don't know why this is downvoted so much. If money was no object, I would probably go after this in camo. I think it's fucking dope. Way better than all the other garments. 10 minutes, lock in. StockX can give me back shots. Well, hold up there, Peter. Talking about me? Let's see, we got brands. We got Supreme. Release date. There's the back of the camp. It's got nothing, and it's a shitty little nylon. Dude, this hat is gonna be so wimpy. Wimpy little running hat. Butane stove probably will resell okay, but a lot of people are gonna be selling it. Like, a lot of people are going after the stove just to resell it. I still think it's worth getting because it's super usable. Oh, here's the back of the jersey, folks. What do we got? It's nothing. That's just that's not a back design. That is the back of the front embroidery because it's mesh, so it's see-through. So, yeah, one of the worst hockey jerseys they've ever made. Honestly, I don't know why anyone would want that hockey jersey. If you want it, knock yourself out. I'm chilling on that. Let's look at the grill. Stove, lowest ass, $239. People are gonna tank this to probably sub $200 a few hours after the drop. So I would, if you get your Supreme orders in quick, and you know you do, maybe try to do an early sale. I can't risk it anymore because Supreme has been late. Zodiac shirt should do good. Yeah. Will it? I feel like the cool jersey stuff. I feel like it should do good, but it doesn't. Lowest asks are 175, but that's just, you know, backdoor Benny over here. We'll see. We'll see. Nice, bro. No, the Murakami Tops is not insane anymore. It's like $400 because people are idiots. I guess, but you know, here's the thing. It's like buyers versus sellers. Just economic supply and demand. 5 minutes though. Be honest, everyone's going after the compressed towel. I've been hiding this from y'all. I'm going after this thing. Yeah, I don't see Zodiac as a big reseller. Yeah, it was at $900 when no one had them in Modern Slick. That was the thing. It's like, kind of cool, but also kind of whack. I always forget about my Twitch stream. Apparently I'm on Twitch. Allegedly. I have one viewer. Have they been chatting? Nope. Watch now. I'm streaming. I still don't know how Twitch really works from a creator perspective. Compressed, had to make it crummy quality. No, dude, it's really, you guys are wrong. It's actually really good quality. Yeah. Yeah, they compressed all the hype. What color for the Zodiac? It's tough, man. You feel the white? I just don't see white ever being the best color ever. Maybe this one. Brown or green? That looks cool. I think the green looks pretty good. Purple is nice too, but some of the Zodiacs are also that color. I don't know if that makes a difference. White does make it pop the most. I think it's brown. I could be wrong though. Looks brown to my ass. Any other last minute pictures we got of Velo's stuff before we decide what to do? Supreme leaks. Let's check Discord. It's all the same pictures we've seen. Is the pink hoodie gonna run big? No, it's gonna run just like every other Supreme hoodie. I think you'll have time to be decisive. Hell yeah, Michael. Yeah, dude, I mean, we'll see what happens. There could be a lot of people like you that are copping today. Just because I'm not, and I didn't grow up with Jabad, doesn't mean it's not sick. I think jorts will fly, actually. Yes. I think jorts in this washed denim, I think, is going to be hot because that's just summer jort colorway in my head. And I also think, man, if it's not navy, it's black. I don't think white. But I could be wrong. These just look firmly the best. And if I was going for a personal, I might go after these. Or resale too. I don't know. Year 6, large hoodies run short on me. For 6 foot. Do they really? I'm like 5'11" and they fit pretty good. But I guess, yeah, go XL. But just XL is harder to buy. There's less sizes. All right, boys, let's lock it in. Right? Here we go. Light navy, dark cream. That's a good order. Drifted. Yeah, cream will have some hitter sales 2 years down the road. It's tough to say, right? That predicting what'll do well in that time frame is kind of crazy. That's the thing with me. I don't really recommend investing in streetwear like that. Even though it can do well. Unless it's like something super hot, you just really like having it around. I think there's just better stuff to buy to long. Yeah, absolutely. The Dawn, practice your checkout skills. You're a 6'1" and wear a size XL, fits me perfect. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Same way, thrifted. Hell yeah, dude. Love to hear that, Michael. Good luck, man. Let's lock in, guys. Let's go to new or whatever, and we'll see what will sell out first. Fuck, I didn't do a tab. Well, we missed it this week. CTR2 is busy lately. He used to always remind me to do a poll of what will sell out first. I'll just do a simple poll then. How about that? You copping this week. We'll see who's copping. All right, we can do that pretty easy. All right, remember to hit like, guys. Lock in. It's Supreme week 6. All right, here's the hooded leather flight bomber jacket. Bam. Let's look at the jorts. Are the jorts going? 30s. 168. Was that what they were projected at? Yep. Prices are right. Okay. Hats. We got the authorized mesh dealer. Here we go with the balaclavas. 32 bucks. Bam. Puffer bags. Dude, 178 is a pretty good deal. These could do something, maybe. Even though I don't like them. Hey, no cuff beanies. Let's see them. 48 bucks. It's not a terrible tag there on the back, or maybe that's the front. We got the grill. Let's put it in the cart, just for fun. How many can we add? Can we add 2? No. Shock drop on Utos? On what? Sneakers app? Southside Snake Shop? How do you... It's a Chrono Trigger. How do you cop that, War? I don't even know what Southside is. It's not on Soul Retriever, so that's weird. I don't really have time to go for that and look at that, but yeah. Looks like this week wasn't super hype, and I'm not surprised. I think we'll still see some stuff sell out, for sure. But so far, nothing is out of stock yet. Here's that pink that I was talking about. Maybe people are in the queues. Maybe I was wrong. Like I said, can't predict everything. And this is a brown. Oh, it's black. Okay. I guess it's just a washed black. It looks brown to me. Yeah, butane stone didn't drop in the EU. Mm-hmm. That makes sense. So I think there's going to be inherent resale there. I could buy it and make a video on it and resell it, and it'd be super easy. But I just don't want to. Like, I just kind of want to take a break and not spend a fucking 150 bucks. Is that, you know, should be a very normal thing. Yeah, the queue is non-existent. Yep, there it is. So I'm not super surprised. Like, do I feel a bit validated? Maybe a little bit, right? But hey, it is what it is. We'll see if anything sells out. Certainly something will at some point. Look at this, the cream Gerbod X-Seam leather jacket, only down to a size large. Who saw that coming? And yet again, Interesting thing right here, guys. Look at this. Coincidence that it's the first image we saw of the collab? Maybe. I also think the first image of a collab has a certain bit of buying power to it. It gets in people's unconscious. They're like, ooh, that looks clean. So this might be the first item to sell out. Pale yellow. Money sweaters. Looks like blue. Yeah, no stove in the EU. Balaclava's selling out. Yeah, stove 135. That's not terrible. Black jean shorts. Nice. Chainsaw. Sick. Let's see, is the real tree attracting people? Nope. People are treed out. All the skis are gone. There it is. First item to sell out is the balaclava. Which makes sense. It's simple. It's cheap. We'll see if they resell. Bags are sold out in the EU. Interesting. Looks like they're all still available here. Probably we'll see them sell out eventually. But balaclavas, I think, took it for sure. There it is, folks. There's the jeans. There's the jorts. Washed indigo. We had that. That's pretty simple to call. Next up, I said maybe the navy. Looks like cream, dude. And we're back to the first image. People wanted to recreate the fit. It's pronounced G-bro. Okay. You guys know how I don't care about how stuff is pronounced, right? The G-bros are coming out today. That's what you guys are called, right? PayPal not working. There's always something happening with PayPal, isn't there? Here's the hockey jersey. Surprisingly, the white is going. Not G. G-bro. There it is, folks. G. J-I. Copped a pink backwards Supreme in L. Single cart. SMH. Why SMH? Just trolling, bro. I just don't know how you're... What is... J-I is pronounced G. That's just how it is.
G.
So I don't know if that's what you're trying to get at there. People gonna have the jorts on with the New Balances? I think so, dude. I think the Nike Air Monarchs as well. Dude, Supreme needs to do a Nike Air Monarch. That would be one of the best collabs of all time. Can you imagine some dad shoes with the sick Supreme colorway? That'd be awesome. Be lit as hell. But the cream colored jorts for the personal. Nice. Flat shoes are the new wave. Oh god. What are flat shoes? I don't even know what that even is. I probably know what you're talking about, but what are flat shoes? I call them the Yeah Buddies. How about we call them the Yeah Bros? The Yeah Bros, you know, Yeah Bros is a cool brand. Oh yeah, Pumas, for sure. I like MFG though. Yeah, dude, I'm waiting to cop a pair of Speed Cats. I'm just debating which colorway I want to go with. I have Speed Cats already. I have my racing shoes, my George Russell exclusive carbon fiber. These were originally $500 or something crazy. These are my track shoes that I wear. And even though I'm not a huge George Russell fan, these are Mercedes-Benz. See the Mercedes logo in there? But I don't wear these on the streets for obvious reasons. I wear these on the track only so I can drive faster. And these are FIA compliant, fire retardant. I think they are. In compliance with FIA standard 8856-2018, homologation NDC.086.2-Z. Yeah, I think I like red ones. I'm not copping no ballerina shoes. I'm gonna keep it a buck. But speed cats are sick. Somehow managed to spend too much. That's funny, dude. Mastros are cool too, yeah. I wonder how those those ASAP Mastros that I was talking about a couple weeks back were doing. Let's check it out. Oh, there they are. They literally are right there. These were $200, I think. All sales. Not crazy. $283 for an 11. Okay. The asks. Balenciaga is not collabing with Puma this year. Oh god. When will that brand die? You're good, bro. Good to see you, No Seeds, bitch. I'm just trolling you, by the way. I don't care if you want to correct my pronunciation. It's funny to not understand when people are trying to correct the pronunciation because it just baits engagement. It's kind of funny. You're totally cool. Denma is leaving for Gucci. His last collection is the next couture. Dude, Denma is problematic. I'm gonna cancel him. He's problematic. Ah! I just like shitting on Balenciaga because it's fun. I just kind of decided that, yeah, I hate this brand. The white balaclava went fast. What else we got? Anything else? How's my pink? I'll be pissed if this thing doesn't... I'm sorry, guys. If you bought this because of me, hey, you know what? Eventually, this will resell. It might just take a little bit. 100%. Palace is way better. I'm thinking we talk about Palace a little bit in a few minutes, and then I actually have a video to watch. We might even have two, if you guys want to watch videos. Just let me know. We got some good React content. Martine Rose could be cool. I wonder if she would do that. Wow, the t-shirts are selling out. That is crazy. They were upvoted, so people said, I like them. They were the 4th item. Black indigo shorts almost sold out. Sold out. Can't read. Forgot about the StockX news. Yeah, what the hell is the StockX? Oh yeah, they're fucking... We'll talk about that. StockX news. They're doing verified sellers? Is that the news? Basically, you can, what's the crack? What's the crack on StockX? What they need to do is... Oh, here it is. Are they doing CT scans on their shoes? Because that would be the way that they could actually prevent fakes from being in there. That's interesting. Look at this. Interesting. If they just had shoes or technology, they could just scan them. This is old news. False advertising. Yeah, I think the Nike lawsuit was pretty bullshit. No more verification, verified sellers. They're also not verifying. Wait, what? Where's that? Can someone find me the article? If you're a mod, I'll look at it. I don't want to spend time just like Googling shit. That's kind of crazy if that's true. Really? Huh. That's kind of nuts. Yeah, if anyone has an article, I'll read it, but I don't know where it is. Yeah, I don't know. Something's happening with StockX. I'm sure it'll be fine. With a company that's been around that long, new CEO, they're doing okay. I wouldn't be too worried about it. People like to make what is it? A mountain out of a molehill. Sucks they got rid of the 1% off for fast shipping. Could save a bonus 2% on sales. Yeah, I don't fully know how it even all works. I just put items on there and they get sold and portion gets taken off. That's why Depop is the best platform to sell. It's just hard to find people that are willing to pay full price. I sold my championship jersey, or I sold my championship zip up that got declined for being worn at StockX. I sold it on Depop for like $259, something like that. I can't, I don't even remember what it's called. Champion zip up? Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. This one. Playoffs. Playoffs! This is a good piece. Alright, let's look at Palace, guys. Let's take a peek at Palace. I did do a video on all this stuff. So all the low-key drops of the week. I call it low-key. It's not really sleeper, low-key, whatever. Just a good name for the series. But here's the other drops of the week if you want to check it out. But Palace is dropping some pretty dope stuff, in my opinion, this week. Is this the size I use for the drop list? I don't know. Got some cool t-shirts coming out. Yes, sir. I like this design a lot. The slash mark looks pretty cool. The Triford there. I don't love these hats. I think they're going to sell out. Maybe have a bit of resale. I just think a trucker hat with the wreath is not crazy. But the racy jersey and the tee is fire. Yeah. The technical staff jacket blue is pretty cool. Hat's a bit of a miss, but we got Palasonic, P-Style, Pal-YZ, Pal-Z, Hell No. Is that what it says? Hell No. International Race and Rally. Factory Team presents exciting motorsports scene. No, the blueprint design is dope as hell. Agreed. This will be $298 probably. The inside is insane, dude. Look at that. And you shouldn't really buy a jacket based on an inside print. Because it's like, it's so cool, but no one's gonna see it. Unless you completely have it unzipped. I don't even know. Like, how is this gonna be? It's for you. It's for you to feel like you're a GTR. If you want to feel like a GTR for a measly $300, then this might be the jacket for you. It could be like $340, which would suck. Race CT is actually really nice as well. I like Hell No. I'm trying to think of what that's taking inspiration from. Same thing with Paha YZ P style. It's just a sick. They should have made it reversible at that point. Yeah. With all the embroideries on the outside, I don't know how comfortable that would have been. We can also end the poll here. It looks like it was 50-50 split on 74 votes. I wonder if that's accurate. Like, would it, if one of you voted the other way, would it have been 51-49? I don't know. It's crazy to me that they just put a GTR on here without being worried about Nissan. I guess without branding, it's fine. Falls into the realm of fair use. They probably changed... Did they change anything? It might not have. Let's see if we can get one from the same angle. It's pretty damn good. All right, we'll do a comparison right now. Let's see. They did different wheels. These are like the Nismo wheels, I think. The grill looks pretty much the same. They took out the air intake and had just a flat. I mean, the mirrors are pretty similar. The spoiler is basically the same. I mean, it's a GTR, more or less. A little bit of a different body kit, kind of, but there's so many body kits and variations of the GTR. Like, look at the B-pillar. I mean, it's a GTR. Like, let's be real. Inspired by, maybe, but I think at this point it is a GTR. Even the headlights are the exact same. Which I think is cool. I'm glad they did it. I'm not saying it's a bad thing at all. Quite the contrary. I think it makes it way cooler to do this. And just say, fuck it. I hope they do another F1 collaboration. Like the Alpine collab was out of completely nowhere. They could do one with... Dude, if they did one with McLaren or Ferrari or Red Bull, that'd be crazy. I just don't see it happening. And everything else is just kind of okay. I'm debating on going for this for a flip. Did you really one up? What did you grab from the Alpine collab? Yeah, that was a sick drop. It's so hard to find Palace after drops. This jacket was sick. It was Kappa too, man. That was neat. Because Kappa was Alpine's sponsor for a while. I don't know if they still are. Little Pierre Gasly. Pierre Gasly. Oh, it even had Pierre's logo on there. That's his racing logo. That's kind of cool. And they have the Ocon one. Damn, Esteban Ocon. That's definitely a logo, bro. I don't know if it's a good one. Yeah. And they had different versions for the drivers. The shorts. It's just if you watch Formula One, like no one... I've never really met or talked to a person that's a fan of Alpine. And that's probably because I'm an American and I think most Alpine fans would be French. maybe. They just also have kind of sucked for a long time. But, all right, guys, that's Palace. That's Supreme. Let's go quickly look back at the store. Do a recap, a final walkthrough. It's 20 minutes after the drop. Let's see. Leather jacket. No one was feeling it. Small, medium, large for camo. Black. Small, medium, large, extra large. There you go. Denim trucker jacket. Cream. Excuse me, pale yellow. Sold out. Rigid indigo. Small through extra large. Black. Small through extra large. Interesting. Vest. Small, medium, extra large. So some sizes for the camo. And silver, medium, large, extra large. Work shirt. I think 148 is a little much for what this thing is. Let's be real. Let's be real with it. And what else? Money. Shmoney sweater. Okay, sold out in white. There it is. Zodiac tee, nothing. Hockey jersey, White Castle specs, sold out. Reverse pink. It's rough out here with the reverse pullover hoodie. I thought maybe some people would go after it. Zodiac in purple. Hey, there it was. Purple was the color. It's hard to predict sometimes, but one color typically is better than the rest. You grabbed a pink small reverse. I think that's sold out. Yeah, it did. Might restock later. Pants. Cream, dude. People were digging the cream of everything. Really, Dodge Dabs? What'd you go after today? You weren't able to cop today? Jorts are all gone. T-shirts are all gone. Balaclavas. Silver bag. The grill is still in stock, or the stove. It's a cool box too, man. Like a little Pelican case, looks like. That's cool. I'd almost say it's worth it for the box. Store some cool stuff in there. Probably would store the grill there though. 5-panel hat for personal. Nice. I hope you enjoy it. It's a cool lightweight hat. A chill hat. The calm hat. Money, Shiesty sat in queue 10 minutes. Guess people were able to speak it out quicker than me. Interesting. That's crazy you're in a queue for that long this week. I'm sorry, dude. What are they going for? Let's look at anything, if anything is reselling already. And then we got a video to watch. Last Supper keeps dropping in price. Black Money. One sold for 60. Lowest ask is 78. Lowest ask on white is 127. One has sold for $100. So maybe if you copped the white money, you can get some sales off. Nice. Cop the grill in the back. Black Money balaclava. Gangster ass grilled cheese coming soon. I like that. Wonder if clothing prices will go up this year for Preem or for Palace. I think that's a high possibility. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Jort prices. Here's the current lowest asks. We'll see what happens. No sales yet. All right, boys, let's lock in and take a peek at a little video that I got for y'all today. We got on deck stream videos. Not this one. What the fuck was it? Did it not save, dude? Oh. Okay, here it is. All right. This video is called How New Balance Attacked Nike, and it is by Athletic Interest. We've watched one of their videos before. And if you guys, want to learn more about how New Balance attacked Nike, why New Balance is so popular now, maybe we'll figure it out in this video. Let's check it out.
This is the image that inspired the infamous Jumpman logo.
Hold on a second. Let me turn up the volume. Okay. Here we go.
This is the image that inspired the infamous Jumpman logo. What many people don't know, in this picture, Michael Jordan is not wearing Nike, but New Balance. A few months later, he signed with Nike.
Really?
The rest is history.
I didn't even know
Together,
that.
they built the most dominant athlete brand ever. And today, Jordan brand is Nike's crown jewel, making over $7 billion a year. New Balance, however, they went in the opposite direction. While Nike and Adidas turned athletes into icons, New Balance focused on functionality. Their slogan, endorsed by no one and almost bought by no one. They became the go-to shoe for dads who cared more about arch support than sneaker drops.
Shoes made for running.
But worn by chubby white guys in their
Hell
late
yeah,
30s,
dude.
early 40s.
But fast forward to today, and New
Get Tim
Balance
Robinson
is
in the
the
mix.
fastest growing sneaker brand in the game. They've gone from suburban lawn mowing
That was crazy growth. Look at that chart.
fastest growing
Annual growth of New Balance from 2020 to 2024 was 32%. Also, Puma. I've been saying it, man. Puma on the come up.
sneaker brand in the game. They've gone from suburban lawn mowing essentials to high fashion must-haves. From endorsed by no one to signing world-class athletes. They even start to crack football. But this didn't happen by accident. They followed a playbook unlike any other brand in the sneaker industry, with a super interesting formula. Welcome to Athletic Interest and the business of New Balance.
Let's see.
New Balance's story started with chickens.
Really?
Yes, chickens. In 1906, William J. Riley, a British immigrant in Boston, wanted to design shoes that actually fit well.
Wow. What a crazy concept. Wanted to design shoes that actually fit well. When the market is in that level, it's like, damn.
Inspiration, the chickens roaming in his backyard. He noticed how their three-pronged feet gave them perfect balance. So he took that idea and created an arch support system with 3 contact points, just like a chicken's foot.
Look at that, dude. I love old blueprints, man. I love the handwriting, the diagrams. This dude saw chickens and saw shoes, man. That is... You're born with that. You can't teach that.
That's how New Balance got its name. But Riley
New
wasn't so
Balance.
pleased. At first, his company made custom arch supports, and they weren't cheap. $5 a pair, which, adjusted for inflation, is nearly $90 today.
Damn.
His first customers? Policemen and firefighters. People who spent all day on their feet and needed comfort. It wasn't until the 1930s that New Balance made its first actual sneaker. And even then, it wasn't mass-produced. The shoes were custom-made for runners and athletes who wanted something functional rather than fashionable.
Makes sense.
Fast forward to 1960, and New Balance released the Trackster, the world's first running shoe available in different widths. A game changer. It had a wavy, grippy sole and quickly became popular with runners. And yet, while Nike and Adidas were busy signing athletes and pushing out bold designs, New Balance stayed a bit different. And small. Even when Jim Davis bought the company in 1972, on the day of the Boston Marathon, it was still a tiny operation. Just 6 employees, making less than 30 shoes per day.
30 shoes a day, bro. That is shocking.
But Davis had a vision. Quality over quantity. No flashy ads, no big-name endorsements, just really well-made shoes. This philosophy led to some wild decisions. In 1982, New Balance dropped this model with a then unheard-of price
Yes.
tag, $100, equivalent to over $300 today.
Damn.
It was a statement. If you want the best running shoe, you pay for it. And it worked, at least kind of. New Balance built a loyal following, not with hype, but with function. They weren't cool, but they were trusted. But sticking to function over fashion has a price. By the late 80s and 90s, while Nike and Adidas became cultural icons, New Balance was getting a very different reputation.
Dad
Not
shoes?
with sneakerheads, not with basketball fans, but with dads.
There it
The
is.
most famous New Balance dad of all time? Probably this guy. While Nike
Steve.
had Jordan and Adidas had Run DMC, New Balance had Steve Jobs. For over a decade, the Apple co-founder walked on stage to introduce the latest Apple innovations. And on his feet, always the same shoes. Jobs wasn't a fashion icon, but
Yet. Nowadays, hey, people realized the man was cooking.
he was the face of innovation. And his uniform, black turtleneck, jeans, and New Balance sneakers became the tech world's equivalent of a suit and tie. Some even say Jobs helped design the 992 model. Whether that's true or not, his obsession with simplicity,
hope that's true.
functionality, and quality made New Balance a good fit. But for decades, this wasn't cool. Until something changed. You could even see it on Google Trends. In 2018, searches for dad shoes were surging.
What happened? I was there. I remember this, dude. Dad hats, dad shoes, ironic fashion, whatever you want to call it. We've been just kind of going from there.
So what happened? In 2017, Balenciaga released the Triple S, a chunky, oversized sneaker that looked straight out of a thrift store. It was bulky, it was exaggerated, and it cost $1,000. And somehow it became the must-have sneaker of the year. Suddenly sneaker culture, which had spent years obsessed with sleek, performance-driven designs, was embracing something new.
Yep.
Big, comfortable,
I know, they're so bad, dude. These are so bad.
and kind of ugly cool sneakers.
Ugly
And
cool.
New Balance, they had been making those for decades.
Yeah, we've been cooking on
Unlike
ugly cool for a
Balenciaga,
while.
They didn't need to invent a trend. They already had the
Are they going to talk about collabs, though? Because, you know, Kith and other European runners, they've been making small boutique collabs for a while with materials, and New Balance wasn't completely unheard of. I mean, Bodega would do collabs with them, Concepts. They were there. They were in the background.
shoes that fit perfectly into this new dad shoe aesthetic. So why did Gen Z, arguably a very fashion-conscious generation, embrace a sneaker their parents had been wearing for years? A few key things were happening. First, Gen Z was driving a resurgence of 90s nostalgia.
Oh,
Vintage
yes.
aesthetics were back, and with them, a love for retro sneakers. Second, the sneaker resale market had made traditional hype shoes like Jordans, Yeezys, Off-Whites nearly impossible to buy at retail prices. People started looking for alternatives that were still stylish but more accessible.
Makes sense.
And that, comfort was winning. The rise of athleisure, remote work, and everyday casual wear meant that stiff, narrow sneakers were out. Chunky, well-cushioned shoes were in. New Balance didn't just benefit from this shift. They owned it. By staying true to their DNA, quality, comfort, and a timeless aesthetic, they turned their once-ignored sneakers into fashion statements.
And a lot of made in the USA stuff. I think that doesn't get appreciated enough. Like with the tariffs and stuff, I'm pretty sure New Balance can keep the same prices. I think a lot of their shoes are already manufactured here. Action Bronson, yep, a lot of people.
But this wasn't luck. New Balance engineered their comeback. And at the center of it was this man.
This man,
Fashion trends
who
are
is it?
temporary.
I don't know.
If you want long-term success,
CEO?
you need more than just one lucky sneaker cycle. You need strategy. And that's where Chris Davis comes in, son of the owner, Jim Davis.
Okay.
But Chris didn't get a free ride to the top. He started at New Balance in 2008, worked his way up, and officially joined the leadership team in 2016. In
CMO.
2020, he was named Chief Marketing Officer, and he had a plan that would change
Dude, being named CMO in 2020, whew, what a time to just lay it all out on the line and just fucking cook.
the company. For years, New Balance relied on direct response advertising, a strategy focused on short-term sales. Think banner ads, product promos, and discount-driven campaigns. This approach worked for selling shoes, but it didn't build a brand. Nike and Adidas weren't winning because they had better sneakers. They were winning because they built cultural influence. Davis knew New Balance needed a brand-first strategy. So he flipped the marketing playbook and introduced a 50-30-20 formula. 50% on proven tactics.
Okay.
The foundation.
Keep
For
cooking.
example, keeping strong retail partnerships and making sure New Balance products were accessible in key locations. 30% on calculated risks.
Okay.
Ideas that worked in other industries but weren't mainstream in sneakers.
Gaming and esports.
For example, expanding into gaming and esports.
I didn't know they had a gaming partnership. That's kind of cool.
And 20% on experimental projects.
There you go.
High risk, high reward moves. For example, opening a pub in London where runners could trade Strava miles for beer.
That's
A
so
huge
cool.
Success and brand engagement. But marketing wasn't the only play. Davis knew that to build cultural relevance, New Balance needed credibility.
Collabs.
That meant collaborations.
Yes, knew it.
Handpicked ones.
Here we go.
For example, with Aimé Leon d'Or. This was a turning.
Leandro.
Teddy Santis, the founder
Teddy!
of Aimé Leon d'Or, brought a retro, understated aesthetic that aligned perfectly with New Balance's heritage. Suddenly, New Balance wasn't just a sneaker brand. It was a brand people wanted to associate with. Every collab reinforced the idea that New Balance wasn't following trends. It was building its own
Who the
lane.
hell is this guy?
And it paid off. New Balance's revenue skyrocketed. But to
That is insane, dude. Almost more than doubling their revenue in 4 years. That's insane. That's really impressive.
truly compete with the biggest players in the industry, lifestyle collabs are not enough. If New Balance wants to cement its position, there is only one place left to conquer.
Sports.
Because sports and the athletes who play it are at the heart of every serious performance-driven sports brand. Just like New Balance had to fight for a place in sports, navigating the internet isn't always as open as you'd expect. Ever tried watching a match that's geo-blocked in your country?
Ugh.
That's where Proton VPN comes
VPN
in.
ad. Nice
Proton
ad,
was
dude.
founded by scientists at CERN.
That's a good
You know,
slip
the
in
place
right
with
there.
a giant underground particle collider where they smash atoms to unlock the secrets of the universe. Basically, those guys wanted to build a better internet, where you control your data, not big tech. So they started with Proton Mail, the world's largest encrypted email service. Since then, they've expanded into a full privacy ecosystem. And
Get your
that
VPN,
includes
guys.
Proton
It's
VPN.
it's good.
With over
or
10,000
something.
servers in more than 100
You can watch
countries, so you can
Netflix
stream
in
your
Japan.
favorite games and shows from anywhere. Blazing speed of up to 10 gigabytes per second with VPN accelerator, boosting speed by up to 400%. And also thanks to the
Yeah,
strict
that is the
Swiss
one thing that
privacy
kind of
laws,
sucks about
your
VPNs.
personal
They are
data
pretty
is
slow
protected with end-to-end encryption.
because you're
Even the
using a
inventor
different
of the
computer.
World Wide Web, Sir Tim Berners-Lee, is on their board. So if you want to protect your privacy or never miss a football match again, check out Proton VPN.
Check 'em out.
protonvpn.com/athletic-interest and get 64% off.
Nice.
Thanks a lot for supporting us. Nike and Adidas play the numbers game. They sign hundreds of athletes, focusing on volume and visibility. New Balance took a different route. They call it the inch-wide, mile-deep approach.
Huh.
Instead of signing a lot of athletes, they selectively partnered with athletes who fit the brand's DNA.
Okay.
Players who weren't just the best, but also represented what's next. And it started with
The
one of the
youngins.
biggest names in basketball. For decades, New Balance had zero presence in the NBA. That changed in
Who'd they
2019
sign?
when they signed Kawhi Leonard.
That's
one of the
right,
league's most
Kawhi
dominant
Leonard.
and enigmatic superstars. It was a calculated risk. Unlike flashy,
Does he have his own models?
like LeBron or Steph Curry, Kawhi was known for his quiet, no-nonsense attitude.
I'm a fun guy. Obviously, I love the game of basketball.
And it paid
I
off
love
immediately.
basketball.
That same year, Kawhi led the Toronto Raptors to their first ever NBA
Yes, he
championship
did.
and won Finals MVP. Just like that, New Balance wasn't just in the basketball world, they were winning titles. But basketball was just the beginning. New Balance doubled down on authentic, game-changing athletes. Shohei Ohtani, Coco Gauff, Sidney McLaughlin-Levrone,
go.
Cameron Brink. Every athlete they signed wasn't just a star. They were transformative
Ohtani still
figures
with New
in their
Balance?
sport. But the hardest
Thought he was
sport to
Nike.
crack in sports marketing is probably football. New Balance's entry into the game was unconventional. They made first headlines by sponsoring the prime club Liverpool FC, even winning a Champions League title.
Really?
But soon after, lost the club to Nike. Some of you might remember, this was actually the first video on athletic interest. After this not-so-great experience with the kit sponsorship, New Balance focused on selected players. Bukayo Saka, Andrick, Timothy Ware.
It's probably cheaper to sign individual athletes than an entire team, right? Probably way cheaper.
Jordan Hutema, Jeremy Frimpong. What might be even more interesting than the player selection is their approach to market them. It starts with the genuine truth that each athlete is uniquely different. This also affects product development. For example, the Speed Control stud, an extra stud on their new Furon V8 boot to help players stop. It was designed using Saka's in-game data,
That's cool.
which showed how he accelerates towards a defender, studs to stand them up, then explodes past them with pace. And so did New Balance's revenue, thanks to a lot of smart decisions in a row, selecting the right athletes, crafting the right partnerships, and innovating in ways that feel authentic to their brand.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you do need a face of your brand. So it looks like they're starting to do that. And I think it'd be interesting if they got into like tennis and pickleball, dude. Pickleball, hey, people make fun of it, but it's still one of the fastest growing casual amateur sports right now. And not a lot of shoes that I think of that define pickleball. If New Balance made a $120, $130 pickleball shoe, sponsored a couple of the top athletes, maybe. It's a smaller sport too, so they could afford to get those athletes to sign, I think.
Nike and Adidas are still light years ahead in terms of sheer market share. But the trajectory is clear.
They're still second to Puma, or fourth to Puma. I guess Puma has a lot of like soccer, and they're in motorsport too. Adidas is still pretty big as well. 24 billion. Firm second place for Adidas.
There seems to be a new balance in the battle of the brands.
Cool. That was a sick video. Check it out. Athletic Interest. Do we have anything else we want to watch? That's about it, guys. I mean, shit. We got Verdansk back. Call of Duty. I kind of want to play some. Is it out right now? Can you play it?
Geographical thing or demographic thing, I don't know. But
Got Doc playing.
a lot of jean shorts in the YT section, but the Rumble section, everyone's looking good. That's what I'm saying. Everyone.
Hell yeah. Yeah, boys, there it is. Supreme Week 6, huh? You know, not the craziest week of all time by any means, but we have plenty of weeks left. Like I said, I'm off work today, so I can keep going. I was gonna do a couple things around the house, then I was probably gonna go to Cowtown at like 10. It's almost 9 o'clock here. Get in line for the Utos. I think they're gonna be releasing them. They said they're releasing them at all of their stores, so I assume the one that's close to me will have them available. Let's see. Available at all of our shops tomorrow at 11 a.m. First come, first serve. No holds or phone sales. See if we can get a pair. That'd be sick to do it in the actual store. I don't know if I'm gonna wear them, man. I want to, but I just I've been buying a couple pairs of shoes. I do want to watch some skate videos soon, man. I really do. I've been having fun, guys. I did my first, I'm going to call it an ollie yesterday. It wasn't anything crazy, but I did get the back wheels off the ground. So I think that counts. I think that counts for something. But I eventually do want to want to watch Supreme skate videos here on the channel. Yeah, I watched a how to ollie in 8 minutes video and it actually helped a lot. I wonder if I can just watch like Play Dead on the channel. That's something I'm allowed to do. I think so. So I'm trying to like learn more about all the tricks and stuff. Yeah, Cherry's classic. Just kind of see what's going on, you know. Watch the end of it. Isn't that where the best parts are? Sick. Yeah, I saw Luke was streaming his skateboarding. I found a abandoned parking lot off this trail that I can practice because dude, I don't know. I went to the skate park and I was like, dude, I'm fucking intimidated. I know people don't care, but I need people to skate with. I don't have anybody to skate with me, so I would definitely go more to the park if I had a buddy. But right now I'm just trying to like get better at riding. Like I learned how to just go off a curb, which might seem super easy, but it's a little scary doing it for the first time because I'm like, am I just gonna fall? And my buddy was in town visiting and basically just did it first, and then I was like, all right, if he did it, I'm gonna try it. So I've been digging it and watching videos and just learning how to do it. Skating the Margiela board too. So maybe we'll watch it next week or something. Have a dedicated, like, probably would want to do that right after the drop. Watch a skate video or before. Probably after though, but I don't know. Kind of running out of ideas and what to do, guys. I could play Call of Duty right now if you guys want to watch me play some COD, but that's not really what I do on this channel. And I know if you try to get too far from like what we normally do here, it's kind of loses interest among you guys. So I might just call it there unless you want to see me drop into Verdansk on the for the first time, which could be kind of cool. Watch the hockey skate clips on their website. I don't know what that is. How could I find the hockey skate clips? You went with your friend to the skate park and this guy started teaching you how to shove it. Nice. Yeah, dude, I started to get the feeling. What I realized is all you have to do is just kind of when you jump, bring up your front foot. I was focused way too hard on like moving my foot laterally instead of just jumping, and then your foot kind of naturally brings it up. Skateboards brand? Okay. I mean, hockey skateboards. So they have videos here. Oh, okay. Hockey 5. Nice, that's gonna be me. I need to get wrist guards, honestly. I have a helmet, but I need to get wrist guards. Because I still, guys, I haven't gotten over the fear of falling, and I know I have to get over that if I'm gonna really skate. I'll get there. I just need to have a good fall and realize it's no big deal. What's this right here? Oh, sick. What do you call that? Just a fall? Damn. Yeah, I just need to like send it. Almost all of fucking awesome and hockey riders also skate for Supreme. I didn't know that. I don't know a lot about the modern skate culture. I knew a little bit back in like the Bam Margera era from just playing Tony Hawk games pretty much. So for me, like I learned most by just watching it. I'm gonna get all the trick names wrong too. So that's sick. Yeah, I just want to be able to ollie consistently and kind of go from there. It's also like hard on my knees, so right now I've been going and getting like this like knee treatment where they like take this machine that like it shoots like compressed air over my knees. Like, I don't know how it works. It's called shockwave therapy, and it's been helping a lot. But since I started running again this year or last year, it's been getting worse, my tendonitis. So when I skate, I can only skate for like 20-30 minutes and my knees start hurting. So I'm just taking it easy right now. Also, just pushing and having one foot on the board only, it gets my calves like in a way that nothing else really does. So like training up those skate muscles, I think is going to be important. Yeah, dude, I don't want to do any stairs. I just want to do flat ground. Yeah, bro, you should get a helmet. I copped a ProTech helmet off of Amazon. It looks pretty cool. I also don't give a fuck what people think. It's got a cool design on it. So I'm out here with the helmet on. Yeah, bro, none of us are Tony Hawk. None of us are pro skaters. So I think at least wear a helmet. But I'll probably grab some wrist guards too. Because I feel like unless you're doing bowls, I don't think you need knee pads. Elbow pads could probably help as well. But I think if you break your fall with your hands, with your wrist guards, or just fall on your back, you'll be fine. Dude, yeah, I used to snowboard and ski without a helmet until I fell and got a minor concussion. And ever since then, I've been like, every time I go skiing, I have to wear a helmet. So if I'm learning how to skate at 29, you best believe I'm gonna wear a helmet. Right? I think it's pretty obvious. That's sick. Dude, shredding. So when you land backwards, is that called landing switch or landing fakie? I don't know the difference. Because it's really hard for me to land regular. Or not land, I'm not doing any tricks that... But when I've been practicing ollie, I've been practicing both ways. Yeah, freestyle skateboarding would be cool. I would like to do that. Just skate around, maybe hit some cool spots. Go to like downtown Phoenix. Skate around. Maybe do an ollie or two. We'll pop shove it. Switch and fakie is just when you do a trick. Okay. So what's it called when you like 180 in the air and land the opposite? Is it called nothing? Switch, okay. That's what I thought. Live stream skate sesh. Not right now. I'm filming a skate video that I'll put out eventually of me learning how to skateboard.
What do you think? How'd it come out? What do you think? Do you want to do it over? Should we do it over or not? What do you think?
Pretty sure that's Switch. That's what I thought. What's going on here? Yeah, I see a lot of the aesthetic being like a big factor in these skate videos, which I think is really cool. That's crazy, bro. That little bomb right there he just did. Is that a 50-50 grind? Fakie is just doing the trick on the nose of the board. I think so. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Tracks. What is that, a 50-50 board slide? I'm just gonna pop shove it. Something. That was something right there. Ooh, wall ride. Yeah, bro. I found this really smooth bike track, but I was the same. Growing up in the country, I had a concrete pavement on like my the top of my driveway, but my base driveway was, dude, that's crazy. It was gravel as well. If you saw my Instagram post yesterday, or on April Fools, I said I joined the Supreme ski team. Yeah, these tricks are insane. I'm learning also like how impressive like simple looking tricks actually are. And like I'm understanding the danger of all this stuff. Like I used to see stairs like that and be like, that's nothing crazy, but even this, dude, that's insane. That bomb, like look at that angle. Nuts. I will say I have pretty good balance. And I've done yoga for a lot of years, so I'm good at balancing, at least on my own legs, so hoping that'll translate for harder tricks. Ouch, dude. See, a helmet right there would just help you so much. I know it's not cool, but... Bro, can you imagine falling right there and just... What if he just didn't land on his back and just smacked his head? Bro, like... I don't know. Fakie is when you do a trick like nollie, but with your most able foot. Gotcha. Yeah, dude, it's so dangerous. But that's what's cool about it, right? It is dangerous. It's punk. I think so much of it would just be so cool to go out there with your friends and just have a good time. I totally get the culture, why it's so popular, but sick, guys. I think I'm gonna call it there. I'd love to watch the rest of this video. Maybe next time we'll finish it up. We got 750 of Hockey 5. Thank you for showing me that. But yeah, boys, there it is. Supreme Week 6. We know we kind of talked about it. We got Palace coming out tomorrow. Apparently Kith is coming out too. I need to start remembering to cover Kith in my videos, but that's pretty much it for me. I'm gonna try to go after the Utos later today. Green screen, wrinkling up, and you've been skating for 15 years, dude. That's awesome. That's super cool, man. I don't think I'm going live tomorrow. I got work, and the Palace streams, they were fun, and I could like do them again, but something is just not making me excited about doing them, if that makes sense. You know, I'm just like, I feel like I'd be forcing myself to do that, and I don't want to get burnt out because I'm already streaming once a week. I don't want to really do it. So yeah, for a good strong Palace collab, I could definitely see it. So I'm not going to rule it out for the future, but appreciate the love, guys. Good luck on all your comps this week. Have a good weekend, and regularly scheduled programming for next week. We'll do the Supreme news if it's out on Monday. Anything else? Oh, unboxings coming soon. I got the Air Maxes, the mug, the beanie, some new shoes coming in, maybe some Utos. So some cool stuff. I got a new microphone for my unboxings. I'm getting rid of the worst mic of all time, the wireless lavalier mic, which is just a decent starter mic, but is so quiet and terrible. I don't know what I expected. This was $10, so there it is. Catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one, and peace and buckies, all right? Saratoga water cop, yes, 100%.